Hello, this is Robert Guillaume. Thank you for joining me on Your Money, Manage It. I will be discussing principles that will empower you to manage your finances made easy. Today, we're discussing how to and how not to use credit cards. As I speak to you today, millions of Americans are deep in credit card debt. Americans in 2022 are over $1 trillion in credit card debt. Now, that's easily said. Oh, what? $1 trillion in credit card debt, $1 trillion in credit card debt. What does that actually look like? Let me give you an example of 1 trillion. If we laid $1 bills stacked one on top of the other, $1 trillion bills would reach over 67,000 miles into space. So, simply step outside and look into a clear sky and envision how far up 67,000 miles in space would be. And that's the average American debt in credit cards or that's the American debt in credit cards, $1 trillion. The average American family is carrying over $15,000 in credit card debt. Credit card debt is strangling many families, many individuals. One reason is because many families and many individuals view their credit card or credit cards as simply extra income. It's extra money that they have to purchase stuff and things. Extra money that they have to travel. It's extra money that they have to dine out. Well, the problem with this concept is that your credit card is not your money. When a credit card lending institution tells you that you've been approved for $10,000 on your credit card, whoopee, yay. Well, what they're actually saying is they will advance you up to $10,000 as a loan. That's extremely important to realize that your credit card is not your money. It is a loan. That's critical to realize that. Now, that loan, if you don't pay that loan immediately when the bill comes, you will be assessed extremely high interest rates on the balance and assessed additional fees. Ladies and gentlemen, credit cards are simply false money. It is money that you do not have. I'm going to repeat that because this is a financial dilemma to millions of Americans. Credit cards are false money. Credit cards are money you do not have. Let's just give a simple example. Let's say your automobile needs a set of 4 tires, and you've priced that out, and you can get each tire for $120. So a set of 4 automobile tires will cost you $480. Now, if you throw in let's say an example of a state tax of 7%, your total bill for 4 tires on your automobile will be $514. However, if you place this on your credit card and you only make the minimum monthly payment, you're going to be assessed an interest rate of between 16 and 21% on your balance, plus additional fees. And your cost for those 4 automobile tires will literally be hundreds of dollars more. Today, and I have to chuckle when I see these, there are television commercials advertising credit cards by saying, oh, if you take their card, you will raise your credit score. Not so fast, ladies and gentlemen, not so fast. You know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. I mean, that's just a bare fact. Not so fast. If the credit card lending institution provides you a spending credit of $10,000, the reality is the companies that do your credit rating will view this amount as a liability. Why? Because you now have the ability through your credit card, if you were to max it out for the amount of $10,000, to go $10,000 in additional debt. Ooh, it's not so glamorous as the TV commercial pointed out. If you really want to improve your credit score and you want your credit card to help you do that, well, here's a tip. Get a credit card with a very low amount. Get a $2,500 credit card. Then use it on small purchases that you know you can pay off in full immediately when the card statement or card bill arrives. By doing this, you might help raise your credit rating a little. But ladies and gentlemen, do not be fooled by media advertising. Know the facts. And there are other ways your credit card can actually work against your credit rating if you have multiple cards, multiple bills, multiple credit card debts. You know, many financial experts will simply advise that you stay away from credit cards completely. If you're trying to manage your personal finances, that is good advice. If you currently have a credit card, then it's important that you know the following. Number one, you are spending money you do not have. It is so easy for Americans to sit at home and see an advertisement on TV for a product and make the 800 call, or see a catalog and order something, or go on Amazon and see something. Oh, I just need that. And we go back to one of the earlier topics on one of the earlier episodes, wants versus needs. And Americans are just engulfed in buying stuff, materialistic stuff. And so we see things that we really don't need, but oh, we want it. And it's so easy because all we have to do is provide someone a credit card number or swipe the card or however you do it. It's so easy. And you know, here's another little trick. And I'm just going to share this with you because I have a credit card. I have a couple of credit cards. I have one that carries a very, very low value. And I use that if I order something from a catalog or go online or whatever. That's the card I use. If I have to take a cruise or take an airline flight, I use my other card. All balances paid in full when the statements come in. I don't put anything on a credit card that I can't pay in full when the statement comes in. So I think it's important that you realize just sitting at home, swiping your card because it's right there in your wallet, in your pocketbook, lying beside you, swipe, swipe, swipe. But here's what I was going to get back to on saying a little trick. I pay cash for a great deal of what I buy. Now, understand, I do use my credit card at times, but I pay cash for a lot of things. And one of those is cash when I go to fill up my automobile with gasoline. Did you ever stop and think what your credit card, if you don't pay your credit card bill in full at the end of the month, and especially today with the cost of gasoline, what you're putting in your credit card bill every time you swipe your card at a gas station? I don't know about you, but $30 in gasoline doesn't go far anymore. And you put your card in, and then again at the end of the week, you put your card in again. And just do that for a month. It's hundreds of dollars in gasoline costs on a credit card bill. If you can possibly do it, carry cash. Pay at the drive-up window. Pay somewhere. Pay cash. So, know that you are spending money with your credit card that you really do not have. When you use your credit card, it is literally a loan from that lending institution. Ladies and gentlemen, good practice. Pay your balance each month in full. Making only a minimum payment is going to greatly cost you. Your credit card approved amount is going to possibly affect your net worth, your debt to income ratio, and your credit rating. Because that $10,000, $15,000, $5,000, whatever you're allowed on your credit card, it shows up and is reflected. It's a liability because it's a possible debt. It's a liability. Using more than one credit card, poor financial management. It just doubles or triples your risk. It doubles or triples the possibility of heavy debt. And again, it goes against what I just mentioned, your credit rating, your net worth, your debt to income ratio. And credit cards only increase the possibility of you acting in impulse spending because you see something, oh, I can put that on my credit card. Oh, I can put that on my credit card. Oh, I can go eat here and put that on my credit card without any thought to the fact you have to pay for that. So, in closing, I will simply say, if you have a credit card, use it wisely. Consider basic finance principles that I mentioned today. Do not carry over credit card balances, and if you have a credit card debt, please, through your budget, try your best to pay that debt off and eliminate those fees and high interest rates. Put more money in your own personal pocket. Thank you for joining me on Your Money, Manage It. My book, How to Manage Personal Finances Made Easy and Avoiding the College Debt Trap, can be found on Amazon and the Bookshop. I will also include the link in the description of this episode. Find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and join me again next Monday. Thank you for listening.